Hi, this is my video response to why do so many Filipinos make fun of Filipino accents. I believe that there are two main reasons. One is that it is a way for Filipinos to cope with misunderstanding. It can be a very frightening experience to be misunderstood. And so, in order to cope with this fear of being misunderstood, they make fun of it and Filipino accents because of the way a lot of people pronounce words that changes the meaning, from what is intended. A very good example is the comedy skit by Rex Navarrete, SBC Packers. When you say Packers, do you mean you pack something or when you pack something? And people are afraid that they might be misunderstood, and then this becomes funny. That's why they do it. However, the second reason, I believe, is that it is just an extension of the elitism that exists in the Philippines. The Philippines basically, how you sound like could place you very firmly in a place on the social ladder that you cannot leave unless you start sounding like some of the people who are either above you if you want to go up, or the ones below you if you want to go down. So you have politicians, for instance, who try to sound more masa and try to speak and sound like this so that they could seem to be more in touch with the little people. Or social climbers who start trying to sound like Americans, British people, or Australians. The funny thing is, it doesn't mean a thing. You could be very talented, you could be very smart, you could even be fabulously rich, but sometimes you don't even sound like you were smart, talented, or rich. But be careful that you don't rise too high. Unfortunately, even celebrities aren't exempt from that. I remember back in the Philippines when I was very young, when there was a lot of hate towards Lea Salonga just because she had the gall to try to speak with a British accent in wishing Merry Christmas to her fellow Filipinos. I mean, yeah, right. So you're allowed to sound American, speak with an American twang. But when you start saying, I wish you were all here, then you start being elitist. Which is funny because everywhere else people are impressed when people are very good with accents. People go and see Meryl Streep, for instance, who's able to do lots of different accents, and they love her for it. They don't go say she's trying to rise above her station or lower herself too low. They don't do that. So what does this have to do with Filipinos making fun of Filipino accents? Basically because a lot of Filipinos are themselves insecure about their own accent, what their perceived station in life is, where they are, and then they're also watching very closely where other people are as well. And so they like making fun of people who sound lower than them, basically, or sound too high above them. The good news is I feel that a lot of Filipinos laugh at funny Pinoy accents because of the first reason rather than the second. People who watch Rex Navarrete or Happy Slip and find it funny, they're doing it because of the first reason, not the second. They're not feeling elitist about this. They don't think that the Lola is stupid or the mom is annoying. Probably the flappy aunt. The making fun because of the second reason usually happens more in real life. Not very often. Filipinos are very polite. But when it does happen, it's because of the second reason. So I hope that answers your question about why Filipinos do that. There are probably some other reasons out there. Those are the two main reasons, I believe.